Hello friendly people of the internet, I am Hyper Super Sora and welcome back to Remembering Avatar, where I talk about the Avatar that has separate episodes completely from my memory, then I watch the episode and see what I got wrong. Today we're tackling the swamp. This episode is kind of mid. What's the plot? The gang land in a swamp. Aang almost feels something calling to him saying, hey, land in the swamp. And when Sokka tells him, no, let's go somewhere else, a fucking tornado happens and smacks them down there. God said go to the swamp, so they fucking went. Yeah, kind of a bad start, to be honest. But they get separated, and Katara and Sokka are together at one point, and Momo and Appa are together at one point. Momo and Appa are being hunted down by waterbenders, swamp waterbenders. How can you tell that? Because they're dressed funny, and they got this stupid southern accent to make fun of them. Yeah, they're just avoiding them to make sure they don't get eaten. That's about it. They camp out that night, and it's just like, yeah, Appa would be the apex predator here. Telling everything else to shut the fuck up and let him sleep. But with the rest of them, they're trying to get through the swamp and find Appa and Momo. And they see some weird shit. Yeah, to put it up as blatantly as I can, they're high off of fucking swamp fumes. Sokka thinks he sees Princess Yue again. Moon, duh. Katara thinks she sees her mom, Tree Stump. And Aang sees someone he's never met before. Which is a complaint for a later episode. But yeah, they eventually come across this big vine creature that fights them. As it turned out, there's a waterbender in there who's bending the water in the vines, which is pretty goddamn cool. Plant bending is a thing in this world. Katara just never learns it for some fucking reason. But yeah, you can bend the water in the plants to bend the plants. Huh. That leaves me to have a question for later. But yeah, he's basically the guardian of the swamp, and Sokka pissed him off by swinging his hatchet around. You're the Avatar, well follow me. Shows them this giant tree, it's just like, everything is connected. Time is an illusion, and so is death. I like the other one better. Pants are an illusion. I'm wearing some right now, so no. But yeah, they go, oh, swamp can show you people that you will meet or you have met. People who are still with you. What about me, Aang says. I didn't see someone I met before. You're the Avatar, you tell me. Is it someone I will meet? I don't know. Perfectly valid thing. You're the Avatar, you tell me. I found that funny. But yeah, he's able to connect with the energy of this giant fucking tree that goes for miles and miles and miles. That actually ends up being the entire swamp. Able to do a little Avatar energy thing and actually find Momo and Appa as they're getting captured by the swamp benders to be eaten. And I don't think I've tried bison, and I'm pretty sure Appa would kill me if I did. But yeah, it goes to them, clears up the whole thing. It's just like, hey, hands off. And we see a gator, and I like gators. Hey, you guys are waterbenders. You too? That means we're kin. Kind of mid. It sets up a character that happens later on, but the reason that it's a good thing that character later on is great, because the reason that we bring her aboard is that Aang had a fucking fever dream in a swamp. That's let's just watch the episode, alright? Okay, so I got done watching the episode, and I forgot Zuko was here, okay? I thought that was next episode, but apparently this is the episode where Zuko gets the blue spirit mask. I think he still had it. I remember there's a scene somewhere, I can't remember where, I know it hasn't shown up yet, where they pass by like a mask shop, and he steals the blue spirit mask. I think that happens when they get to Ba Sing Se. By the way, Ba Sing Se was mentioned again. Yes. I forgot about Zuko. His thing in this episode was the thing where they're sitting on the corner of the street asking for change. And the one dick-headed guy uses the twin swords to make Iroh dance. Dance for a somewhat of gold piece. Then he mugs him at night to take his swords. And he's probably dead. That's all Zuko and Iroh did this episode. Can you really blame me for forgetting that? Anywho, Sokka's trying to rationalize all the crazy shit that happened. It's just like, we were hungry. I am eating a giant bug. Bugs are actually quite good for you, but for some reason it's like socially unacceptable to eat them. Not very filling. Anything else in my notes I can really go over? I pointed out that Appa's having a very bad day this episode, because it's just like, yep, I'm tired of the swamp, I want to get out. Tangles him up again. He gets to a log at one point where he tries to fly over it, he'll get tangled up in the vine, and he's too big to get hit under it, so he's just like, fuck it, I'm done. He lays down. Momo starts blowing on the bison whistle. The Aang should really have him on him at all times, and he learns after this episode, I should have that thing close to my fucking heart. Appa tells him to shut the fuck up, and he blows it again and just smacks him on the back with his tail. Hilarious. Anything else I can really add that I didn't already say? Everything is connected. We're all living here on this planet. You may not think it, but we are all here. We're all just living, we're all just trying to do what we can to survive in some cases, thriving in others, like I am. And you'd be surprised how often you don't think that we're all connected. You can draw connections to anything, really. Conspiracy theories are quite funny, I will admit, but in all honesty, you can connect pretty much every person on the planet to someone else. And if you could take those invisible strings that tie us all together, nobody wouldn't have at least one knot on them. And that thing about, when you're out in nature, when you're camping and stuff like that, you can just listen. And you hear the world's harmony. And it is so beautiful, in my opinion. Nature is just something I like. So, you can hear the harmony in it, everyone being connected, blah, blah, blah. It's a good saying. Episode, meh. People says it has pacing problems, but it doesn't really bother me that much. I'm not looking at my wrist going, when's the plot gonna happen? Because the plot is already happening, in my opinion. They're lost in a swamp. They want to get out. That is the plot. And there being an obstacle, since Sokka's trying to get out as fast as he can, swinging around his machete, meets the guardian of the swamp's just like, the fuck are you doing? Also, how big is that fucking tree? Like, not just in terms of, I know it's the entire fucking swamp, but how big is that just one tree trunk? Because it's ginormous. Also, the thing of, Aang just knows how to track people in the swamp. Now it's just hand on vine, leave root thing, avatar state in hand, and whoop, I know where Appa is. I was first try doing it too, and it worked. Don't even get that good of an explanation on how it worked. And a lot of times in this episode, Aang brings something up and they're just like, you're the Avatar, that doesn't count. Also, again, we get introduced to another main character later on. And the bedrock of why Aang wants her to join is that he had a fucking high fever dream high off his ass in a swamp. That's honestly kind of hilarious. At first I was against it, and then I said it out loud, and it's just like, that's funny. Honestly, again, a mid-episode. It's just like, yep, yeah, hit the standard. That's about it. We get introduced to this world's equivalent to rednecks. So, cats, fish, alligator? I really got nothing else. This episode's okay. It's straight in the middle there, about a solid 5 out of 10. What'd you guys think of the swamp? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. And subscribe for more random tornadoes. And hit that little notification bell to see when I upload all the time. Until next time in Hyper Super Sora, sayonara.